Hi there. So last time in the video I was sharing about your story and your testimonial, and that it should follow a certain flow and it should follow a certain format and it should be a certain length of time. Just as a quick recap, it was this is where you were before, this is what happened since you were introduced to your company and products, and then this is what happened after. And there's a real important part to sharing your story that I wanted to follow up with, and that is that the story is really the way that you open your door, and open a door to have a conversation, to find out if somebody's interested in going through a process of information with you. And I've talked before about everything being a process, and when you're sharing your company and you're sharing your heart, you're sharing your product experiences and all the possibilities, you want to make sure that you recognize and honor that process. So the really important point that I wanted to share today is, let's just say that what got you really intrigued was a product experience with your company. You're really excited about what the products have been able to do for you, so that's what compels you to share with somebody else. That's great. If that's what has you excited, then that makes sense that that's what you would open a conversation with, right? Having said that, we want to make sure that we cross that bridge, and that's what I always talk about, crossing the bridge, to discuss the other benefits, and that usually is that there's an income opportunity that's available. So sometimes people are more comfortable talking about what the products have done and what products have, how they've helped them and their family, and the experiences that they've seen and witnessed and personally experienced. And the bridge that we want to make sure that we cross at some point is to let that person know that you're sharing the information with, that as a result of sharing your story and the vision, that you've actually been able to generate and create an additional income stream. And if you haven't done that yet, that's okay. You just want to make sure that you open the door, that that is a possibility, because the truth is, if you do share with enthusiasm whatever it is that has you excited, that's contagious. Somebody's going to join you. And whether you do it intentionally or unintentionally, that's going to happen. And the more that happens, the more that you're generating additional income. So it's just real important that as you're sharing your personal testimonial, if it begins with the products, that at some point during the process that that person's going to go through, they're going to learn more about the company, they're going to learn more about the products, they're going to learn all the different facets of the company, that they do see that there is a significant opportunity for somebody to generate additional income, and that that's part of the story. Whether that happens in the first conversation or the second, or as long as it happens at some point during the process, that's very important. And the flip side of that is true too. You know, in my personal story, I shared the power of the income possibilities because that's what I was the most excited about. And I've shared that story many times. Most of you know that. When I first joined this incredible industry and fell head over heels in love with it, I earned thousands of dollars in my first month, because that's really what I was focused on. I was focused on sharing the business and giving people an opportunity to have that additional income in their lives. Of course, after that, I recognized that the products were effective and the products did work, and so that helped validate why that business and why that income opportunity was so viable. So regardless of how it is that you start, if you start with a product discussion, you want to make sure you connect that and bridge to an income opportunity discussion. If you begin with an income opportunity discussion, part of your process is going to be sharing how that's possible, because of the way the compensation plan is structured, because of the way the products work, how effective the products are. And so you just want to make sure that you cover all of those bases. And I think that when you do that and you honor the process and honor the fact that everybody does need to know what the possibilities are, then you're going to have much more success. And so I really appreciate you taking the time to take a look at the second video, the follow-up to your testimonial, and that is to recognize and honor the process that people have to go through and the information, and to give credence and to give conversation to all aspects of what your opportunity offers. Because if you don't do that, then you're leaving out a big part of the equation, and you actually aren't working to serve that person to understand that there may be something that they're intrigued by or interested in. Unless you share it, you'll never know. So thanks again, have a great day, and talk to you next time.